Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Quant, whose current price stands at the $120.4 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 0.5%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot structures, the Fibonacci's, the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And on this chart today I'll be showing you chart patterns that are information that are indicating that very soon we are going to see a trend reversal to the upper side, and that means higher prices could be coming our way here on the Quant chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Quant from the all-time high had been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which took us back to around the $41.4 mark, and after seeing that low we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side, which has been obeying the Elliot wave structures. And if I jump to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, here on the 4-hour chart you can see I have this Elliot wave structure in blue, where we have seen the formation of a first wave, then a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then continued pushing high in the formation of a wave 5, making our peak at around the $228 mark. And having seen that Elliot wave structure to the upper side, we can now name that as a higher Elliot wave count 1, and whatever we expect next after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, and I believe that is what we have been seeing over here in this retracement over here, making our low at around the $94.7 mark. And using the Fibonacci's, we can use the Fibonacci's to get a minimum retracement area in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of that first wave to the high of that first wave, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, which perfectly lies between the $135.6 mark and the $113.3 mark. But at some point you can see we managed to break out of the target area to the lower side, and having done so I had to extend my target area back to the fib level 0.78 fib level, and Quantum has continued holding the fib level 0.78 fib level, because you can see we have not retraced into that target area. And in case we retrace into that target area and lose the $81.6 mark, then it won't be looking good here on the Quant chart. And removing the Fibonacci's and jumping to the 1-hour chart so that I can see what movements we have over here that are indicating a trend reversal. After making our low in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 at around the $94.5 mark, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side over here in this movement right here, and this movement has been obeying the Elliot wave structures. And if I draw them out, we can have these as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, then we have continued pushing higher in the formation of a wave 3, then I'm expecting a wave 4, and then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5. And once we see the formation of that fifth wave to the upper side, then that will be completing a first wave to the upper side. And this is because after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, we are expecting the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, which is an impulsive movement. And because of that impulsive nature, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that third wave to the upper side. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliot wave structure that I have drawn out over here, we can get to see to sketch out a target area to the upper side of these, the formation of this wave 3 to the upper side using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of that first wave to the high of that first wave, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that should give me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3. And there are two ways we can sketch out that target area, and the first one is using the fib ratios 1:1 fib ratios. And using the fib ratios 1:1, we get a minimum target area at around the $122.1 mark. And you can see from the high that we have over here, we have made a high at around the $126 mark, meaning we have fully maximized the fib ratios 1:1 target area. And that would mean maybe the high for that third wave was in at around the $226 mark, and whatever we have been seeing over here might be a retracement to the lower side in the formation of this wave 4. And using the Fibonacci's, we can sketch out a minimum target target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 4, connecting the fibs from the low of the second wave to the high of that wave 3 at around the $126.2 mark. And that gives me a minimum retracement area in the formation of a wave 4 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which perfectly lies between the $115.1 mark and the $112.5 mark, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. Then removing the Fibonacci's, the first possible scenario that can play out over here is that Quant might have seen the high of that wave 3 and we are retracing over here in the formation of a wave 4 to get into this target area. And because the wave 4 is a corrective wave, I also expect to see an ABC corrective movement, and that structure might be the one right here, having this as the wave B. Then I'm expecting a wave C to fully maximize the target area down here. That is the first possible scenario, and once it plays out, then we can expect higher prices in the formation of a fifth wave to the upper side to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1. The other possible scenario is that maybe the high was not in at around the $126 mark, and we might use the fib ratios, not the fib ratios but the 1.618 fib level. And if I use the Fibonacci's once more, connecting from the low of that first wave to the high of the first wave, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, we can have a second target area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that perfectly lies at around the $134 mark, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And that gives me the second possible scenario that can play out here on the quantum chart. There's a possibility that we might continue pushing higher, get back to around the $134 mark before we start retracing in the formation of these higher Elliot wave count 4 over here. And in case that plays out, then I'll have to restructure my target area in the formation of this wave 4, and also the target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side. But the good thing about these two possible scenarios are giving us a bullish movement here on the quant chart. So there is a possibility that the two scenarios are giving us a bullish movement. So that means either way, whichever the case plays out, quantum is going to continue giving us higher prices. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated on that. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the 1 hour chart to see what movements will be supported. Here on the 1 hour chart, we are trading at around the 53 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side. Also any movements to the lower side will still be supported. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD you have printed a bearish cross, and that would mean lower prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, whether we are going to fully maximize the target area in the formation of a wave 4, or we are going to continue pushing higher to fully maximize the fib level 1.618 in the formation of that wave 3 before we continue seeing lower prices in the formation of our wave 4. And that's the update for quant.